Unleashing a dark curse. A sinister shadow haunts me constantly. Have you ever felt the icy grip of fear creeping up your spine as you lay in bed, shrouded in darkness? Have you ever been tormented by a presence that seems to linger just beyond the edge of your perception? I have. And let me tell you, it is a nightmare unlike any other. It all began on a stormy night, when the heavens poured their wrath upon the earth. The rain fell relentlessly, drumming against my windowpane like an ancient funeral dirge. The wind howled through the trees, carrying with it an eerie whisper that sent shivers down my spine. But little did I know, this tempestuous night would be the catalyst for a series of terrifying events that would forever change my life. As I lay in bed, seeking solace in the warmth of my cozy sanctuary, I couldn't help but notice a peculiar shadow dancing on the walls. It moved in a way that defied logic, contorting and elongating in a grotesque display of malevolence. It seemed to be alive, pulsating with an otherworldly energy that sent fear coursing through my veins. The room grew colder, and I could feel the weight of its presence pressing down upon me. Intrigued yet terrified, I ventured closer to investigate this bizarre phenomenon. As I reached out to touch the shadow, a piercing scream reverberated through the air, the sound of anguish and despair. It echoed in my ears, drowning out all other noise, and I recoiled in terror. From that moment on, the shadow became my constant companion. It followed me wherever I went, a silent specter lurking in the corners of my vision. I couldn't escape its gaze, its eyes burning into my soul, leaving me feeling exposed and vulnerable. Sleep became a distant memory, as the shadow haunted my every waking moment, a relentless pursuer in this twisted game of cat and mouse. Night after night, I would lie in bed, my heart pounding in my chest, dreading the moment when darkness would claim me. Each time I closed my eyes, the shadow would materialize, its presence suffocating and suffused with an unholy aura. It whispered words of torment and despair, its voice a chilling melody that resonated deep within my being. Its words were filled with ancient knowledge, secrets that no mortal should ever know. I became consumed by a sense of impending doom, as if the world around me was crumbling into chaos. Colors seemed to lose their vibrancy, and even the most beautiful melodies became discordant and unsettling. Shadows grew longer, their twisted forms stretching out to grasp at my sanity. I was trapped in a waking nightmare, with no hope of escape. Desperate for answers, I sought the help of a renowned occultist, the only person rumored to possess the knowledge to break this curse. He explained that what I had encountered was no ordinary shadow, but a malevolent entity, a product of a dark curse that had been unleashed upon me. It seemed that I had unknowingly crossed paths with a vengeful spirit, and now it was hell-bent on tormenting me for eternity. The occultist's solution was a perilous one. I would have to confront the shadow in its realm, a terrifying journey into the darkest recesses of my own mind. Armed with ancient incantations and forbidden knowledge, I embarked on this treacherous path, determined to free myself from the clutches of the curse. The journey was fraught with danger and uncertainty. Each step forward seemed to bring me closer to the edge of madness, as the shadows twisted and contorted around me. The air grew thick with malevolence, and the weight of the curse pressed down upon me, threatening to consume me whole. But in the midst of this darkness, I discovered a glimmer of hope. Buried deep within the recesses of my consciousness, I found the strength to resist the shadow's influence. With each passing trial, my resolve grew stronger, and I began to chip away at the curse that bound me. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, I stood face to face with the shadow that had haunted me for so long. Its form was grotesque and twisted, a reflection of the pain and suffering it had inflicted upon me. But this time, I was no longer afraid. I had faced my demons head-on and emerged victorious. With a final incantation, I banished the shadow back to the depths from whence it came. The curse was broken, and I was finally free. The world around me seemed to come alive once more, colors vibrant, melodies sweet and harmonious. The weight that had crushed me for so long lifted, and I could breathe again. But deep down, I knew that the memories of that sinister shadow would always linger in my mind. Its presence had left an indelible mark, a reminder of the darkness that exists within us all. And as I lay in bed at night, I can't help but wonder, what other horrors lie just beyond the edge of perception, waiting to be unleashed upon an unsuspecting world? So, dear reader, the next time you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, remember that not everything is as it seems. Be wary of the shadows that dance upon your walls, for you never know what horrors they may unleash. Sleep well, if you dare.